Welcome to the Swiftie and the Scholar, the podcast where we examine the lyrics, lore, and literary legacy of Taylor Swift. I am Angela McDowell, the Swiftie.
And I am Jerry Coates, the Scholar.
Hello.
Hello, Angela.
How's your day?
Day is just swell.
It's hot.
Okay, it is hot.
Okay. I think we'll just get into it. No, we're not just getting into it. Okay.
No, I have to tell a story first.
Okay.
So, if you watched before, you know that Angela sends me the song or songs, and then I get 2 or 3 days to read through them. I write all my stuff up, and I don't do Swiftie research because I'm not the Swiftie. However, I am going to tell you that I was at a gas station filling my car up with gas the other night, and I got your text. Uh-huh. So Angela sends me a text when she sends me the song on email.
Yeah.
And since I only check my email infrequently.
Yes.
Because I am old.
Because you don't have a job and you don't have to check your email.
It's true.
That's
I am
nice.
retired. Then she also follows up with a text to remind me. And I swear to you, when I saw your text, I thought, ooh, new songs. And I was excited. and I finished filling my car, and I pulled over in the gas station.
Oh, my gosh.
To open my phone and to look up the email so I could read the songs.
Look at you.
Okay, I'm not a Swiftie. But I will admit to being Swift curious. I really am. I mean, it's like these are so fun.
That is so funny. People have been commenting like, you can see it happening. I can see it happening for him.
Not there yet.
It's happening. It's going to be so fun the day it happens.
I'm inching. Swift curious is
Swift
as close
curious
as I
is
get.
hilarious. We're going to have to put that on a t-shirt or something.
Could we market that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I do have, speaking of t-shirts, I do have on the shirt of what we're going to cover today.
Getaway car.
I have my getaway car shirt on.
Okay. Cool.
I'll put a link to this. It's not official merch.
Nice.
So.
I have my REI hiking shirt.
Oh, because we're on a journey today.
We are. We're right.
Okay.
Getaway car?
Yes. Okay, so let me talk about this song for a sec.
Okay.
This is our first song from Reputation, which came out in 2017. This is kind of after her reputation crumbled. She had like the Kim and Kanye West scandal, which was like a whole thing.
I actually did see that.
Okay.
I want you to know I'm not entirely.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So, we hadn't really seen her in a while, and then she just dropped this album. I don't think it was really very critically acclaimed at the time, but I instantly loved it. This is Chase, my husband. It's his favorite Taylor Swift album. This song is by Taylor and Jack Antonoff, which is a name that I'm sure you're tired of hearing, but you're going to keep hearing it.
A little bit.
And we do have, when we get to the end, when it's time for you to listen to the song, because you have not heard this yet, we have the album version, and then we do have like a behind the scenes of her and Jack writing this song together.
I'm so excited.
So it's very fun. It's just fun to like get a peek into the process, you know?
Right.
But yeah, that's all for me.
Okay.
Give us your thoughts.
All right, jumping into Getaway Car. Okay, first of all, it's a getaway car, right? And so I'm assuming she's fleeing from something, or someone's fleeing from something.
Mm-hmm.
Album title, Reputation. I didn't know anything at all about what you had just laid out for us, but I assumed it had to do with something about her reputation. And she starts out, it says in the intro, with nothing good starts in a getaway car. And I don't know, is that sung or spoken?
Yeah, it's sung, but it's like distorted. I think it's actually Jack's voice, and it's like distorted, weird sounding.
Okay. So yeah, that becomes a major theme, a thematic element, right? That something is wrong. We get the idea immediately. It's also very reflective. I do think that there are a lot of self-reflective elements in the poem. You know, and I'll point those out as we go along. So, verse 1.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I mean, come on.
I knew this. Okay, before we even get into this line,
Yeah.
I think this line, which is here on this shirt, right here, and I think this is what somehow sparked the idea for this whole podcast.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because I wore this shirt, I believe it was Mother's Day, when we went out to a restaurant with our family. And I had this shirt on, and of course, like, nobody's noticing what's on my shirt. Like, it's just a jumble of stuff, you know? But then I was thinking about it a couple of days later, and I thought about that line, and I was like, that's, like, so... That would have been funny if, like, Uncle Jerry saw that on my shirt and asked a question. Then I was like, wait. And I think that that's, like, literally where this whole idea came from, was her starting
that's really fun.
this. Yeah. So, anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So, yeah, you know, I mean, I have the MA in history, but I also have a master's degree in English, and my thesis was on Dickens. So, yeah, I was big into 18th century studies on both my MA in English and my PhD studies in English, and so, yeah, Dickens, I mean, I've read all the major novels. I've read the 4 Christmas novels. I collect his different publications like All the Year Round or Household Words. Those are magazines.
Oh.
I have been to his home in London many times. I have taken faculty on a tour of the home in London.
Fun.
I have walked his route past the Temple to the White Hart Inn, the White Hart, where he would stop and catch a brew. I've been to the Cheshire Cheese down Fleet Street, where Dickens would frequent. So,
What's the Cheshire Cheese?
The Old Cheshire Cheese is a pub
Okay.
in England, and it's a little hard to find if you walk out the front steps of St. Paul's in England. You go down about 3 blocks and turn immediately to the right. It's down an alley, and it's one of the oldest pubs.
And it's still
in
just totally
London.
functioning.
Oh my gosh, it's so great.
Are you going to go there when you go there this...
Absolutely. I always go to the Cheshire Cheese. You always go to the Cheshire Cheese and have, you know, a drink.
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
just gonna
Okay.
say. So, first verse.
Sorry, we
first
haven't even
line.
talked about the first line yet.
Oh, and by the way, yes, I have met Cedric Dickens, his great-grandson.
Oh.
And I have a signed copy of his book.
Cool.
So, and a whole bookshelf over here dedicated to Dickensia. So, yeah, I'm more than Dickens curious.
Yes.
Okay, so first line. It was the best of times. It was the worst of crimes. All right. Dickens is renowned for his openings on his novels. I mean, you know, the opening of Christmas Carol. You know, Marley was dead. That much was certain. Or the opening of Martin Chuzzlewit, where there's a little bun in a basket. You know, this is the opening of Tale of Two Cities, where he's just contrasting London and Paris during the French Revolution. So in London, it was the best of times. In Paris, it was the worst of times. And she takes that opening line, which, by the way, demonstrates internal rhyme, and she gives it a little twist and says crimes.
Yes.
And so I'm already thinking this is the best song she's ever written. So yeah, I mean, I loved it. You know, you can move on, and I'm wondering, okay, what's the crime? What's the time? And she says, I struck a match and blew your mind. So she's talking to or about someone. To strike a match is also kind of cliche. Blow your mind is a cliche. This is a motif we've talked about already many times, where she takes cliches and she puts a different twist on it, because artists want to demonstrate difference, and this is one of the ways she demonstrates difference. If I were a beginning graduate student, I would literally think about writing a thesis on her use of cliche.
Okay.
Yeah, or idiomatic phrases.
Okay.
I think it's absolutely fascinating the way she uses it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That's what we're doing here. This is our thesis.
There you go. This is our thesis. But I didn't mean it, and you didn't see it, so, so she didn't mean it. And he was just too numb in the skull or overblown by her beauty or whatever to even notice.
Yeah, she didn't mean to blow his mind.
Right. So the ties were black. All right. So what she's doing is she's introducing us to a fictional situation, and I don't know if it's a real situation. It may be, but she likes to create a fictional universe. So here we've got a formal affair because ties are black, and she says the lies are white, and so she's creating a color scheme, right? Which is really nice because the very next line is in shades of gray and candlelight. Okay, so please don't miss the caesura.
Of course, yeah.
Right, the break in the middle of the poetic line that gives us rhythmic power. But also the color schematics are really interesting. You've got black and white and gray.
Yeah, she loves the color. I will say, since you said that it's maybe fictional, maybe real, this is a real situation. This, I mean, as far as we know, obviously, is about the Met Gala. Do you know the Met Gala?
I do.
Yeah.
Many times been.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
We haven't, none of us have been to the Met Gala.
No.
But it's, so for the Met in New York City, for the Metropolitan Museum of Art, there's a gala every year that's put on. It's a fashion-y thing.
It just passed just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's like in May or something, yeah. And this is about the Met Gala in 2016.
Ah, okay.
But we can get more into that.
Now, are you really sure? 'Cause
No.
I'm not into biographical.
No, I'm not sure, but like I'm 85% sure.
So for those of you who are just listening to me,
Which is everyone.
I'm going to say what she's doing is doing a nice job of building this kind of
It is,
fictive
yes.
universe.
Yes.
And she meets someone there. It's a formal situation. There are a lot of lies being told, so a formal situation.
Yeah.
And she says, I wanted to leave with him. I needed to leave him, I needed a reason. So, I'm wondering at this point, especially after reading through it several times, are we dealing with a triangle? So she's got one previous relationship. She meets a guy at the Met Gala and says, yes, this is my excuse to escape the first relationship. And you've got that look.
You got it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think it's pretty explicit in the song.
It
right?
is.
So,
yes, it is.
in this fictive universe.
Yes.
Yeah. I also found it interesting that we have these moments in the song of self-reflection, right? Because she says, I needed a reason. And that really caused me moments of self-reflection.
Uh-oh.
No, I really wonder. I wondered about why listeners love her work so much, and I can see that the lyrics are, in terms of its literary value, more impressive than a lot of pop songs.
Very much so, yeah.
But I wondered, how they resonate with her as a person or as a character in her songs. And, I wonder how many times we do get into relationships you're looking for a way out. Where's the exit door on this one? And how can I do it? And that moment of self-reflection she has, I think, might draw readers in.
For sure.
It leaves open windows,
Which we talked about before.
Right, we talked about Edgar Allan Poe's open window for the reader participation. So now I can participate because I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
I personally have not. I've always been dumped.
We don't believe that.
Except
Except for Valentina.
No, yeah, don't bring her up. Can I give her last name? No, I won't. I also, when you see the phrase "shades of gray," I also wondered, about 50 Shades of Grey, the E.L. James work.
Yeah.
That is the spinoff of Twilight.
Fan fiction, Twilight fan fiction. Yeah.
There's also a novel, Shades of Grey, by Carolyn Reader.
Okay.
Which is actually in part about breakup.
And, okay.
It's very good. So I wondered if she knew the work by Carolyn Reader. Anytime I see a phrase like that, I have to I connect it to literature. It's my world.
Yes, that's what we're doing here. So.
That's right. Okay, end of the first verse.
Yes.
Okay, pre-chorus.
Pre-chorus.
X marks the spot. Oh my, there we go again with a cliche. Where we fell apart. Okay, so, when you there's also the device of irony here, because in the phrase X marks a spot, well, the X should mark treasure, right? Right. So if you went to this gala, to this event, and you found X marks a spot, well, then you should be all in the good. But in fact, it's not good.
That's where we
because
fell
it's
apart.
exactly right.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never
Right.
put that together.
So yeah, we've got an ironic use of the cliche.
Okay, interesting.
And I'm telling you, she never used the cliche without purpose.
Yeah, except for in Cowboy Like Me, maybe.
Oh yeah.
When you got tired of it.
Yeah, done with that one.
But in the rest of them,
we'll see. I don't know. There must be others in that album I could dislike equally as much.
maybe.
So X marked the spot. He poisoned the well. Another cliche. I was lying to myself. Another self-admission, right? Self-reflection. And in a lot of ways, I think poems about self-reflection.
Yeah. Like why she did this thing.
Right. Why did I do it to me? Why did I escape him? Why did I do it to the other guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of whys whenever we get in messy relationships, right? Again, I think that's that open window for our listeners.
Yeah. Put yourself right in there.
Right. We do. When I read, I just finished rereading Nickleby.
Oh, yeah. So you were talking about that. Yeah.
I know, by Charles Dickens. And I'm sitting there furtively writing and marking passages I thought were particularly fine or beautiful. And yeah, I put myself in the novel, not just in characters, but in thematic elements that are occurring or in the mind of the author. I'm trying to think about what's old Chuck trying to say. So I knew it from the first Old Fashioned. Okay, so an Old Fashioned is alcoholic beverage made with whiskey and sugar and is typical of the South.
I love an old fashioned. I do not like whiskey, but I love an old fashioned.
I have in fact never had an old fashioned.
What?
Yeah, I knew it was a typically Southern drink, and so I wondered about the Southern milieu of the poem.
Oh, okay.
Right, and later on we meet Bonnie and Clyde.
Yes.
Who are figures of the South. So,
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, and so even though you may contend biographically that this is the Met Gala, nevertheless, it has a kind of Southern feel to it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, well, especially because later on in the real chorus, as opposed to the pre-chorus, she says words like driving and flying, truncating the word to drop the G.
Yeah, and then in the next line we have shotguns, which also feels Southern.
Southern.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, and I love the last line of the pre-chorus. We never had a shotgun shot in the dark. First of all, it's alliterative. So for those of you who do not remember from your junior high school English class, alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds. So the S's, the SH in shotgun, shot, are really nicely alliterative. Yeah. They also have what's called assonance. That's repetition of vowel sounds. You notice the repetition of the O in shot, obviously. Yeah, it's nice. It ties the sound of the line together. But also, the idea of a shotgun is scatter shooting, right? The idea that when you use a shotgun, you should hit something, right? Because the shot scatters out. It should have hit something.
Interesting.
Yeah. We never had a shotgun chance in the dark means... Even though I used a shotgun, buddy.
No, never. No. It was just never going to happen.
No. Okay, the real chorus.
Yes.
You were driving. Okay, now I didn't catch this the first time around.
Okay.
And, not the second time or the third time. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and admit. But I began to realize that she shifts who drives the car.
Oh.
Right. So in this first chorus, who's driving the car?
You.
You are. He's driving, the patsy guy, the guy she's using to get away from her other relationship. So he's driving the car. He's flying. They're destined not to get far. and with the chorus, you get a really nice rhyme pattern. Car, far, A, mystery, me, B, car, heart, and then leave me.
Oh, this is the A, B, A, B.
A, B, A,
Well,
B.
not really, yeah.
So if the first rhyme sound is A,
Yeah.
and the next rhyme sound is B, this would be car, far is A, mystery, me, B, car, heart, A, leave me, B.
Okay, yeah.
So it's A, B.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's got this really nice couplet, interlocking rhyme scheme, poetically. Good work there, Taylor or Jack.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of the rhyme scheme. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I think it's her, but
yeah, that's nicely done. And they're flying, but they're destined not to get far. Don't pretend it's such a mystery. Think about the place where you first met me. So the place, I'm assuming, is a place where they tell white lies and where things are formal, which is to say that it's a disingenuous atmosphere.
yeah, it's not like real life.
Right.
Yeah, nothing about this formal affair is like our real lives.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
In fact, it's replete with falsehoods because of the lies. So don't think this was ever going to work.
Yeah.
Right. But nevertheless, he's driving, and they're flying, and they're driving, and it's not a mystery. Riding in a getaway car, there were sirens in the beat of your heart. Okay, so I'm just, this is something you catch the first read through. Sirens is a terrific word to employ here. It has a double meaning. Okay, so literally, sirens, the sound of the police chasing or that kind of thing. And he's excited. They're driving away quickly. But a siren is also a creature from mythology. Okay, so the sirens of the Odyssey, when Odysseus comes near the sirens, they call out, they sing to the men, and the men want to drive their boat onto the rocks in search of the sirens. So sirens are these monstrous women.
Monstrous femininity again.
We're back to that, aren't we? Yeah, so the sirens are these monstrous women who call out. They're kind of mermaid-like creatures, and they call out. A siren is generally a sound of warning. And this poor idiot, he does not hear the warning, right? Instead, he hears the
siren song.
Yeah.
On that note, this is a total side note, but have you watched Wednesday on Netflix? The Addams Family show?
All right, I'm going to admit that I have, yeah.
Okay, that's probably like my favorite show right now.
Oh, is that
I
right?
love it so much. Okay. The second season just started last week.
Oh, okay.
And whenever I was going through this, after watching, we rewatched Wednesday to get ready for the new season, and there's sirens at the school at Nevermore Academy. And so that's been like top of mind. But I do think I figured you had watched it, and if you hadn't, I was going to say you have to go right now and start watching it because I feel like you're going to like it.
Yeah, I've seen maybe 6 episodes.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm just working my way through the first season.
It's good.
We can't
Good
tell
stuff.
who her love interest is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is someone inside or someone outside?
Yeah.
Watch it, find out. But yeah, I love her use of, anytime she uses language with what we call lexical ambiguity.
Ooh, I like that.
I know, lexical ambiguity. So anytime she uses language that's intentionally ambiguous with multiple meanings, I'm in love with the line. So
Yeah.
this is, like I mentioned in another episode, Percy Shelley's well-chosen word.
Yeah, the one word.
Right.
Yeah.
And then in the last 2 lines, she goes back to this self-reflecting mood. Should have known I'd be the first to leave. So, what she omits is who should have known. Now, is she still talking about...
she should have known, or he should have known?
Yes, isn't that great?
Oh, more ambiguity.
Right, yeah. I think it's he should have known, right? Because we're listening to the beat of his heart, and he's driving. But it's her song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wonder who should have known that she'd be the first to leave. Maybe she already knew it.
Yeah.
Because think about where they met.
Yeah.
And then we got a post-chorus.
Yeah, this is our first post-chorus. And like, what even is a post-chorus?
It's the one after the chorus, but before the pre-chorus. Yeah. So, in a getaway car, no, they never get far. Nothing good starts in a getaway car. Probably right.
Yes.
So, she's trying to escape. Verse 2.
All right.
More to the story.
Yes.
It was the Great Escape. Okay. Great Escape, the movie. Yeah. So
Yeah.
hopefully you've all seen Great Escape, classic film.
I don't think I've seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a classic all-star film.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all-star, all-male cast practically. So I immediately thought of the movie and the Prison Break. Okay, so it was a Great Escape, the Prison Break. So we have caesura, we have internal rhyme, but we also have a literary device called litotes. So, for those of you who are accounting, she is mounting up literary devices. Litotes is when you invert a sentence element. So, what was a Great Escape?
Okay.
Break.
So the Prison Break was the Great Escape, but she did it. Okay.
So what she did was she inverts it. So why do you use litonics? Why do you use litotes? Because you want to emphasize the end of the phrase. So prison break. She's the one escaping, right? She's getting out of the prison of another
Interesting.
love. Yeah.
Okay, so this, you just made me think of two different things.
Okay.
Maybe you did and then she did, because I'm just listening to this in a new way now, all of a sudden. But, so she does that in another song came to my mind immediately, called Cardigan, which is from Folklore. And she does that. She says, to kiss in cars and downtown bars was all we needed. And it took me a few listens to hear what she was even saying because it's so backwards. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why is she saying it like that? But now I know what that is. It's
litotes.
Totes.
Yeah. Litotes.
Okay.
MOUSE.
And Yeah. And then the Prison Break, she I never really caught on to that she was saying the prison break here, but now I'm tying that into songs from the Tortured Poets Department, which just came out last year. So 7 years after this song, she talks about she has a song called Fresh Out the Slammer. And it's literally about her getting out of a relationship, and she's like likening her relationship to a prison.
Yeah.
So she's done that a couple of times now, I'm realizing.
So I have two follow-ups.
Okay.
One is it amuses me the way you can quote her songs the way I can quote poetry.
Sorry.
No.
They're just all in here.
Well, I know. That's what I tell people. I've taught this stuff so long.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
Yeah.
And secondly, you did say something here that I'm going to say again at the end, and that I do like the metaphor of the car, the metaphor of the prison, the metaphor of the use of color. I don't know. She just stacks up metaphors as we've talked about before. And again, people, grad students, there is a master's thesis just waiting to be written on her use of metaphors. I mean, half of the use of her literary devices are metaphors.
Yeah.
And really, I thought about it myself because, having only been through relative handful of songs, I mean, you can already see that you ought to be able to, a metaphor isn't always just a metaphor. There are spatial metaphors, personal metaphors, there are all kinds of different elements of metaphor. It would be worthwhile to be a really interesting study to take a look at the patterned use of metaphor in the songs of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So don't forget I gave you that topic when you complete your thesis. So,
Send it to us.
Yeah, let me know.
We want to read that.
I do. I really do. Or I want to do it. It just sounds fun. Okay, next line of the verse. The light of freedom on my face. Okay, so light of freedom also rings bells for me. If you've ever seen the Statue of Liberty.
I have.
You been to New York?
Never. Oh, no, just kidding. I've been a lot of times.
Well,
we need to tell that story. Okay, we'll do that next episode.
Yeah. Statue of Liberty, the torch is called The Light of Freedom.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Light of Freedom is also a book about the Underground Railroad.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yep. There's a movie titled Light of Freedom.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so I don't know if she's seen the movie or the book, but obviously the light of freedom is a manner of escape for slaves. So the question would be, is she a slave to her previous relationship?
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But you weren't thinking, and I was just drinking. She's downing those old fashions.
Yeah, those old fashions came back.
And he is just smitten. While he was running after us, I was screaming, "Go, go, go!" This is where it was affirmed to me as a reader who hadn't seen the song before that there's a third party and she's running from him.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's running after us.
Yeah, you weren't thinking, I was drinking, and he's back there running after us.
Right. And she uses the word screaming. Again, diction is important. The scream, go, 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 could make you think of a siren, could make you think of that monstrous feminine character. And then she says something that's not said. But with three of us, honey, it's a sideshow and a circus, ain't a love story. And now we're both sorry. She thinks it, but she doesn't actually say it.
Oh, yeah, because the go, 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 I was
right.
screaming go, go, go is in quotations.
Right.
But the rest of it isn't. So this is just in here.
Said, it's just in her head. Yeah, and you remember we talked about characterization in another episode, direct and indirect characterization. You learn a lot by direct characterization. She screamed, go, go, go. But you learn a lot from indirect characterization, and that's what she's giving us here. She's also giving us yet another metaphor.
Yeah, one that we've talked about before.
Yes, it's a circus. Her love story is a circus. And now they're both sorry.
Yeah.
End of verse 2.
Yes. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, I really like it. And then we go back to the pre-chorus. X marks the spot where we fell apart. He poisoned the well.
Oh, is that different? Every man for himself.
Yes.
I was lying to myself before, and now it's he poisoned the well. Every man for himself.
Right. That's right. So again, she doesn't use a cliche without an alternative motive. Every man for himself means, save yourself if you can, but also, the previous relationship, the guy is chasing the car because he's trying to save himself, trying to save the relationship. The guy's driving the car because he's trying to create a new relationship, saving himself, and she's trying to save herself, getting
out. Yeah.
That's right, just getting out. So kind of fun. Never use the cliche without another purpose.
Yeah.
So she's drinking that shot, that old fashioned, and I hit you like a shotgun shot in the heart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so now we've shifted from scatter shooting to
right in the heart.
Right in the heart.
Wait, okay, so what was the other? The other is
right. The
we
other,
never had a shotgun shot in the dark.
Right.
And
we didn't, but you thought we did.
That's fun.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. And in the second chorus, he's still driving the car, right? So you were driving the getaway car, we're flying, don't pretend it's a mystery, remember where we met. So it's kind of the same stuff.
Yeah, same one
the
again.
Sirens are beating in your heart, that kind of thing. You should have known.
Yes.
Okay. And then in the post-chorus, we, again, kind of have the same thing in a getaway car. No, they never get far. And notice how now we're taking a camera eye view, so third-person omniscient view. They never get far.
Yeah.
Right? So she's beginning to pull away from first person.
Taking herself out of it a little.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that fun?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting the way she manipulates first, second, and third person pronouns. So here we have the third person plural, and we create an omniscient narrator for our fictional world.
Interesting.
Yeah, nice stuff. And then she has a bridge.
It's a short bridge this time.
It is. You like bridges.
We love a bridge.
Okay.
This is where she really shines.
We were jet set. Bonnie and Clyde. And I went, yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. Southern pair, important to our locale.
Yes, yeah.
There are several places where Bonnie and Clyde wreaked mayhem in Oak Cliff and South Dallas.
I was just gonna say we watched a movie. I have no clue what movie it was. Chase turned it on. I sort of was paying attention. And they were talking, I guess it must have been about Bonnie and Clyde or something. And they were in Oak Cliff. Like, they were talking about streets that I drive on regularly. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may have seen an interview by a friend of mine. As a matter of fact, he wrote a couple of books on Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, they're, Bonnie and Clyde are famous for our area. Clyde and his brother are both buried in the Fort Worth Avenue Cemetery.
Oh, okay.
And Bonnie's buried about a mile and a half away.
Should we go see them?
Should we?
Yeah, maybe. Field trip.
Maybe we could bring the ghost or the siren.
Yeah.
I wondered if she chose Bonnie and Clyde other than for the southern atmosphere, other than the fact that it lends to the overall extension of the conceit for the Getaway Car. In the movie version, they show that Bonnie and Clyde don't consummate their relationship. And I wondered if she's thinking about the movie version there.
Interesting.
That was a common idea about Bonnie and Clyde. It's probably not factual. As a matter of fact, it may be that Clyde Barrow was fully functional in that regard.
Interesting. Okay. That adds a different layer.
Yeah, it does add a different layer. I wonder if she's thinking about the movie, or if she's thinking about reality, or if she's thinking about that at all, and just throwing it down.
Who knows?
Yeah. Until I switched to the other side. Okay. So which side did she switch to?
Yeah,
So we've got the side of the old love relationship. We've got the side of the new love relationship. There's somebody else in this relationship.
Yeah.
It's her.
So she switched to her own side.
How about that?
Oh.
Yeah, it's no surprise I turned you in, because us traders...
Yeah. So she was a traitor to him, and then she was a traitor to him.
Right. So don't trust a dumper.
Yeah.
Okay, now we get to that moment that I really learned to like, like I said about the third time around. Who's driving the getaway car?
Well, yeah. So first he was.
And now we get to the breakdown. She says, I'm in a getaway car. We don't know who's driving, but she's in there. I left you in a motel. Oop, he's not driving. Put money in a bag, and I stole the keys. She took the money, she took the keys. That was the last time you saw me.
Yeah, so fun. This is the part when we watch when they're writing this later, this is the part they're like figuring out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because there's a clear shift in pronoun use to the first person. Yeah,
so before she was just riding in the car. But now, and she doesn't say she's driving here, but it feels like she has more agency in this part.
Exactly. Yeah, I think she reveals to us that she was maybe the user all the time. Yeah. And then we go to the chorus. In the chorus, she says, driving the getaway car.
No, now we don't know who's driving.
Well, I think the implication is so this is called an ellipse, right? When you leave off important information in a sentence.
Yeah.
We use ellipse all the time when we speak. So, I am taller than you. Well, actually what I mean is, I am taller than you are tall.
Right, okay. Yeah.
But we habitually ellipse that information because it's just too much conversationally. Besides, it's self-evident.
Right, clearly.
So the ellipse is, she is driving the getaway car. I am driving the getaway car, right?
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're flying. We never get far. Don't pretend it's a mystery. Yeah. It's kind of fun riding in a getaway car.
Yeah. The imagery of this one always, it's just really fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm picturing her like in the, early 1900s or something. Like.
I do too. Yeah, I mean, I think that the bottom line for the remainder of the song...
Yeah, it's all just kind of repeating here.
Yeah, the outro, this diminishing self that she kind of floats off, is that she's in charge.
It's all I.
Yeah, I'm manipulating my own self. I'm driving my own car. You can call it monstrous femininity if you want, but I mean, I don't think so. I think that that's just personal agency. I mean, we shouldn't have to label it masculine or feminine.
Right.
I think that
just a person making decisions.
exactly. I think that the ability to realize you have personal agency in life is an important one, and that eventually is something that emerges from the song.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I'm done. I want to hear it.
Okay, that's you. That's so. Do you? Okay, yes. Let's do that. Let's listen. So what we're going to do is listen to the album version, and then we'll listen to Taylor and Jack sort of figuring out the end of this song, and then we'll come back and get your thoughts.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I hope you like it.
Okay, we're
Thoughts?
back.
Yes, we're back.
Okay, we just heard the song.
Yes.
And the how'd she make the video? Did she just lay her phone down and start shooting?
I think so. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
love seeing the.
Yeah, she does that a lot. I think to just
Yeah.
for perpetuity's sake.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun to see the two artists work. Like they're working it out. Like even she had trouble rhythmically with some of the lines. Okay, so what did I see when I heard the song?
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I didn't miss the tonal intentionality entirely, but I did miss some. Like in the first verse when she says, "But I didn't mean it." She says that really apologetically, and I took it more self-protectingly.
Interesting. Yeah.
But she says it with a good deal more earnestness. Like she's sorry, I'm sorry I had to use you, but it was the only way I could get out.
Interesting. Yeah.
And then when she says the same thing, when she says, I wanted to leave him, she says wanted like I had to,
Didn't have a choice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought, and then you combine that with something we didn't mention at the very end in the outro. She says, I was riding, I was crying, I was dying. Right, and she says that in this sort of diminishing way where she's, again, almost apologetically to the guy she used. I mean, you know what Neil Sedaka told us?
What did he tell us?
He said breaking up is hard to do.
Oh, of course. Indeed.
And I so I think I missed the earnestness of tone.
Yeah, so you thought she was more like, empowered and like
more
happy about, not happy, but
Yeah.
almost proud of the situation maybe or something.
She found some patsy to use. And so, I'm going to back up and say she did find a patsy, but she did so apologetic.
She felt a little bit bad about it.
I know. It's like, does that make you feel better, dude?
I didn't really mean it.
Yeah, well, I had to do it. Hey, thanks for being there. I took your money, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was fun to hear the song.
Yeah. Did you have any thoughts about her and Jack singing and writing together?
He can't sing a lick. But it was interesting to hear them work out, the rhythm where she kept having a little bit of trouble. And she does, her music uses a caesura, Often, yeah. Like I noticed in the chorus, even where you don't have punctuation to separate the elements of the line, she says there were sirens, pause.
In the beat of your heart.
Should have known, pause. I'd be right. So even though the caesura is not there with the commas as they appear in the verse, nevertheless they're there the way she phrases it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's part of her, rhythmic element. I would say part of the rhythmic power of the song is creating those breaks.
Agreed. Yeah.
And she has to work through them. I mean, you don't sit down and make a song like this.
No.
It takes work.
Takes a minute. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So nice work.
Okay. Any final thoughts before we grade?
I'm ready to grade.
Okay.
Now maybe I should give myself a B for missing the apologetic tone.
I think you're okay.
Okay, B plus.
I think you can have an A because you were so excited.
Okay, thank you.
A for excitement.
I read it in the gas station. Yeah.
Okay, so for the grades, again, we have 5 criteria.
Yes.
The first is lyrical strength.
Going right up to the top of the 97.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Okay, narrative and structure.
Yeah, I got the story. I got the
Yeah, I feel like this one does have a clear narrative.
right. I got the triangle. I got the you run away with me. Oh no, he's following. Now I'm up in you in the hotel, and I'm free. But I'm sorry about it. But I'm free. Yeah. So clear narrative structure. How about a 96?
Okay. What if Getaway Car is our highest ranking one? Production and atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the song. I especially liked the phrasing. Even more so after watching the video of the two of them working it out, and just showing how much hard work is there. So I'll say 95.
Okay. Lore and literary references. She got some Dickens in there for you.
Anytime you get Dickens in here, it soars to the top. So I'm gonna say 97. Thank you very much for scratching that itch.
Goodness gracious. Okay, an emotional impact.
Yeah, I think it's more emotive than I thought it was. I thought that she was pretty much I've got to use you, dude. But hearing the song changes my feeling about that. So, I mean, I would say a 95. That's
all right. Yeah. And that gives us
a
96.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good grade.
It's interesting because when I was reading this in the gas station,
as we all did the first time we heard it,
I was thinking, it's okay. A lot of the same stuff, a lot of the same metaphors. A little bit of a rhyme scheme, throw it down, rhythmic planning. Yeah. But I wasn't smitten with it. And the more I read through it, the more I thought, it's a pretty well written business here.
Yeah. It's fun.
Good work.
Oh, right. That's really fun. 96 for Getaway Car. I'm curious what you're going to give the rest of the songs on Reputation.
Okay.
Because a lot of them I think are... So we've talked before about her, her 3 pens, her glitter gel pen, her quill pen, and her, what's the other one called?
I don't know. It leaves me pensive.
Stop.
Yes, the more formal, Emily Dickinson-esque.
Yeah, and so this one I feel like leans more gel pen in the sounds.
I think so, yeah.
But it does feel a little bit more, it's got more depth than a classic gel pen song, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's all.
Okay.
Good?
Yes, I'm good. Yeah, fun song.
Yes.
So we get away?
Yeah, we'll take the Getaway Car out there.
Okay.
Okay, yes, please make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, all the things. Loving reading all of your comments. I still have to share some with him, but loving them all still. Please leave those everywhere. And yeah, make sure you're following us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Those are all at Swiftie and ScholarPod. And I'm at Angela Wyatt on Instagram. And we will be back next week with another song.
See you then.
All right. Bye.